your hands? Is it beast or is it man?
Alexander holds the item out for the gnome with the massive hands.
My hands cannot be led astray. A man is here, that's plain as day.
A man, so say our hands. We act at the wizard's command.
The gnomes toss Alexander too far out into the sea for him to get his footing. The currents drag him under. Tickets up. Next. Guess those gnomes couldn't reach a consent.
Old Control, smell your smell. Do that which you do so well.
Alexander holds the flower of stench out to the gnome with the jumbo nose.
Control I am, that's all I'll be. My nose knows all on land and sea. A flower of stench has washed ashore. A flower 'tis all, and nothing more. Listen, hark you, Grovenor. Do your duty as you swore. With your ears, please tell us more.
Alexander winds the tin nightingale and plays it for the gnome with the monumental ears.
A nose is not a way to spy. My ears cannot be told a lie. A nightingale is all there be. No man is near, and so say me.
Taste, Grump, that we might know whether friend or whether foe.
Alexander holds the mint out for the gnome with the gigantic mouth.
Grump knows a tasty treat. It matters not what others bleat. No danger is this one so sweet.
Trilly dilly, use your hands. Is it beast or is it man?
Alexander holds the rabbit foot out for the gnome with the huge hands.
Be all you mad? What aileth thee? A bunny can't trill merrily. A hare does not at all taste sweet. A rabbit here is all we greet.
Old Bill Batter, never fatter. Vision can resolve this matter. Look you now and end this chatter.
Alexander holds the item out for the gnome with the enormous eyes.
My eyes cannot distracted be. A man I see, and so say me.
A man, so say our eyes. A man he be, a man he dies.
gnomes toss Alexander too far out into the sea for him to get his footing. The currents drag him under. Tickets out. Next. Guess the...
Old Tom Troll, smell your smell. Do that which you do so well.
Alexander holds the flower of stench out to the gnome with the jumbo nose.
Tom Troll I am, that's all I'll be. My nose knows all on land and sea. A flower of stench has washed ashore. A flower 'tis all, and nothing more. Listen, hark you, Grovelor, do your duty as you swore. With your ears, please tell us more.
The blue ocean stretches on for as far as Alexander can see. The ocean is not as calm as it appears. Underwater currents tug at Alexander's legs. The underwater tow is amazingly strong here. It pulls ferociously at Alexander's legs. Before Alexander can retreat, the currents grab his legs. The shifting sand vanishes from beneath his feet. Against his best efforts, he is dragged out to sea. The currents around the island pull Alexander under. As Alexander struggles to the surface for the third and last time, he finds himself wishing he'd paid more attention to the warning signs of an undertow. Tickets out. Next. Nothing like getting swept off your feet.
Wow. Hiya, gorgeous. Oh, what a luscious-looking hunk of flesh you are.
Thank you, I guess. Who are you?
How charming of you to pretend not to know. I'm Black Widow, of course. The femme fatale of all femme fatales. Know what I mean? You know, I was just thinking it was time I found my 50th, another husband. It would be quite a horror, an honor to have me as a bride. Just look at my beautiful weaving. It's so light, so delicate. You'll never want to leave my little nest.
It is a lovely web, but my heart is elsewhere, I'm afraid.
Oh, drat! The loss is yours. I'm sure you'll change your mind once you consider the advantages.
A black widow is sitting in her web. She has long legs and an hourglass on her belly. She gives Alexander a knowing look.
Have you changed your mind? My offer of dead wedlock is still open. Have you changed your mind? My offer of dead wedlock is still open.
Alexander reaches out to touch the black widow.
Ah, how sweet the matrimony. I knew you'd change your mind.
Alexander feels the sharp prick of the black widow's teeth. Then a strange burning sensation.
Ah, a widow again.
Tickets up. Next. Why do you think they call her a widow? Alexander investigates the intricate spider's web in the corner. The spider who lives there is not amused. Alexander feels the tiny pinprick of the spider's bite and the slow burning of her poison. Tickets up. Next. Why do you think they call her a widow? A mushy swamp lies just off the path. It doesn't look like very good swimming. Alexander can't reach the trees in the swamp. Yuck. Alexander doesn't want to put his bare hands in that oozy swamp. The swampy bog sinks beneath Alexander's weight. He feels himself being sucked slowly but firmly down into the muck. As the marshy water fills Alexander's mouth, he thinks that although he'd always wanted to try a mud bath, this is hardly what he had in mind. Tickets up. Next. Do you ever get that sinking feeling? Those grapes look awfully sour. Clinging vines climb the garden wall. Alexander addresses the grapes.
Why are you so sour, if you don't mind my asking?
Well, we'll tell you. How would you like to have the possibility of being made into wine hanging over your head? And then there's our neighbors, the clinging vines. All they do all day is whine about the Ivy League social climbers that never call. It's really just no fun at all.
That's too bad. Well, I hope things start looking up.
Thanks a lot.
Alexander addresses the grapes.
Why are you so sour, if you don't mind my asking?
Well, how would you like to have the puff? And then there's her neighbor. It's really just no fun.
That's too bad. Well, I hope things start looking up.
Thanks a lot.
Alexander gets closer to the